Before we begin, let me ask you something important. Have you ever overlooked someone so completely that you missed the moment they mattered most? If you enjoy powerful, true story-style videos that leave you thinking long after they end, like this video, subscribe to the channel and stay with us till the end, because this story proves that respect often arrives too late. Every weekday at 5:30 a.m., while the city of Manchester was still asleep, Mr. Leonard Hale unlocked the side door of Brookstone Academy. No one noticed. He mopped the corridors, emptied the bins, polished the trophy cabinets filled with other people's achievements. Students stepped around him without eye contact. Teachers nodded politely, if they noticed him at all. To them, he was just the janitor. "Morning," he would say softly. Most mornings, no one replied. Leonard was 62. His back ached, his hands were rough, and his uniform had been washed so many times the name patch was barely readable. He never complained, never corrected anyone who called him sir or mate, or didn't call him anything at all. But every day, he carried a small notebook in his pocket. Inside were diagrams, calculations, scribbled ideas, things from a life he no longer talked about. One afternoon, just a week before final exams, the school buzzed with nervous energy. These exams determine university placements, scholarships, futures. Teachers rushed between offices. Students whispered anxiously. Then the panic started. The vice principal, Mrs. Grant, stood in front of classroom C14, jiggling the handle. "It's jammed," she said sharply. Inside that room were the sealed national exam papers. Legally protected, time-sensitive, irreplaceable. Maintenance was called. Security arrived. The lock wouldn't budge. "If we can't open this door," Mrs. Grant said, her voice tight, "the exams are canceled. The board will be furious." Students began filming. Someone laughed. "Why not ask the janitor?" a boy said loudly. Laughter echoed down the hall. Leonard stood a few meters away, holding his mop, eyes lowered. Mrs. Grant waved dismissively. "This isn't funny." But minutes passed. Then more. The lock refused to give. Leonard hesitated, then stepped forward. "Excuse me," he said quietly. "May I have a look?" A teacher scoffed. "This isn't a cleaning issue." "I won't touch the papers," Leonard replied. "Just the door." Mrs. Grant sighed. "We don't have time for this." But they had no options left. "Fine," she said. 5 seconds. Leonard knelt slowly, listening, not forcing, not guessing. Students leaned closer. "What's he doing?" "This is pointless." Leonard reached into his pocket and removed a thin, unusual tool. Click! The door unlocked. Silence slammed into the corridor. Mrs. Grant stared. "How did you do that?" Leonard stood up, wiping his hands. The locking pins were misaligned. No one laughed this time. Later that evening, Leonard was called into the principal's office. Dr. Morrison looked unsettled. "Mr. Hale, where did you learn that?" Leonard paused. "I used to design security systems," he said simply. The principal blinked. "You're telling me our janitor was—" "An engineer," Leonard finished. "Once." She leaned back slowly. "Why are you here?" Leonard's voice dropped. Life changed. Leonard rarely spoke about his past, but something in the principal's expression told him there was no turning back. "I worked in infrastructure design," he continued. "Bridges, schools, public buildings. Then my wife became ill. Long treatments, long bills. I took whatever work I could find." Dr. Morrison swallowed. "You never mentioned this." "No one ever asked," Leonard said gently. The next morning, the entire school gathered in assembly. Dr. Morrison stepped forward. "Yesterday, Brookstone was saved from serious failure. Not by authority, not by policy, but by someone we overlooked." She gestured to the side of the stage. "Mr. Leonard Hale." Gasps rippled through the hall as the janitor stepped into the spotlight. "He holds 2 engineering degrees," she continued, "and starting next term, he will be teaching applied mechanics here." The same students who had laughed stared in disbelief. Leonard took the microphone. "I don't blame anyone," he said calmly. "But remember this, a job title doesn't tell you a person's story." The hall erupted in applause. Months later, Leonard stood in a classroom again, this time at the front. Students listened. The boy who once mocked him raised his hand. "Sir, can I ask you something?" Leonard smiled. Of course. How did you stay humble? Leonard paused. Because life can change faster than you think. Moral. Never measure a person's worth by their position. Never mistake humility for insignificance. And never forget, respect should come before revelation. Let me ask you this. Have you ever judged someone before knowing their story? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this story moved you, subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications for more stories that remind us what truly matters.